Hello. We are Nafta. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and ask you, the audience, for just a word, any word at all that you like, that you don't like, that you think sounds funny, whatever is your pleasure. And I'll tell you a little bit about us. My name is Chewy Sarate. I'm from Austin, Texas, in the USA. This is my partner.
My name's Claire Bittiscombe. I'm located in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
And we are called Nafta simply because we are in the two of the three countries that are part of the North American Free Trade Agreement. And we thought it would be funny to have that as a name. And so we do improv about the agreements that people make. And so what I need from you is that suggestion. Let's see here. I've got one. It says new moon. New moon. Great.
New moon.
All right. When the cameras come back, we are Nafta.
I'm cold.
You cold? Oh,
yeah.
Here, take this blanket. Here.
Oh. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Ooh. Good thing, like it's lucky.
Well, I don't know. Is it tied to one of those full moon things, like the super blood moon or the strawberry moon? Is there a cold moon or a frozen moon? Strawberry moon. Is there a cold moon or a frozen moon or something like that?
I hear the moon is very cold. I don't know. I don't know for a fact, but because I haven't been there. But one day I will. But yeah, it's got to be like the gravity of it all. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I've always wondered who, like, do you ever wonder about the weirdness of calendars? Like, or the weirdness of, like, I guess the sort of Gregorian calendar, Gregorian, Julian, I can't never remember it in particular. Like, I think sometimes it's like, it makes so much sense to tell time by how many moons have passed, because it's like, it's 28 days. It works on a cycle. It's roughly constant, as opposed to this, like, here's 30 days, here's 31 days, here's 28 days, but sometimes 29, just for fun.
Yeah. I mean, like, why? I mean, like, you've got other calendars like the Aztec calendar, which doesn't prescribe to that at all, or like they have their own thing. It's about like the seasons and what it looks like, and they actually like calculate to the future, which is nuts. Which I guess our calendar does as well, but yeah, weird stuff. Weird.
Yeah. It's just
I mean, do you ever feel like strange during certain parts of the month?
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's usually hormonally related.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's so stupid.
I wanted to talk to you about that, actually. This is awkward. Sorry.
Oh, no, I hope not.
Yeah. I'm thinking of switching. I kind of want to switch off of my birth control.
Oh. Okay. Like to what?
I don't, like, if we can, I don't know if we can go back to like using condoms or whatever, or just maybe if I look around for something else. I'm just really not happy with the way it's making me feel.
Oh man. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I guess we can try that. I am allergic to latex, but we can.
Yeah, I remember.
There's other things that we. For kids.
I mean, I don't think I'm ready right now, but I think I'm ready to start thinking about it. Does that?
Well, yeah, yeah, I guess. but I mean, what we do now is so foolproof, and what we're talking about doing isn't necessarily as foolproof. So it's kind of like, if we're going to get that far into it, I think we should really talk about it. Like maybe talk about having them. Maybe talk about having them.
Okay. Well, we've talked a little bit about it. Like we mentioned, I know we've talked about wanting kids, and last I knew you said you wanted kids, unless that's
Oh, I do.
okay.
Just, we have that trip planned to England, and a couple other things coming up that I just don't want. I don't know. I feel like it's been a great 3 years. I just don't know that we've really gotten to explore each other by ourselves enough yet. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, so here's the thing. Like it's not going to immediately lose effect, right? Like this
Well,
is
right.
like the last time I switched off hormonal
Mhm.
stuff, it took like a year before my body sort of got back to baseline. So this is the thing. I'm just thinking like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm 34. Like
Right.
I'm starting to feel like I'm running out of time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes. Yes. And I don't want you to feel bad. I mean, like, I don't want it to. I mean, if it's not doing the right things for you, like physically or whatever, I just don't want to. I want the best for you. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Marie, you're my world. You know, and I don't know. The world seems a little strange if it's just another person in it with us.
So I think what I'm hearing is you're not ready yet, Sean.
When you say it like that, it sounds like I'm like I'm a jerk or something like that. Like
And that's not what I mean.
I mean, I feel like a jerk because I don't know that I am. I don't know that I am. Yeah, I don't know that I am.
Okay.
But I mean, that's a lot to put on you. Like, you want to talk about changing body. I mean, my gosh. Uh, yeah. God, I'm not. I feel like I'm screwing this up right now.
You're not screwing it up. There's nothing, I figured I'd bring it up. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I I wanted to talk about it, and I guess I probably should have brought it up better and like scheduled a time and
Don't. No,
did
no.
all those
See,
things.
okay. No, see, this is so funny because you think that I have to be by a rigid schedule. Just kind of, whatever happens, happens. And, we should be able to talk about things just off the cuff
Yeah.
without it being a thing, Uh,
Yeah. This is a thing though. Like this is I mean, I didn't initially intend it to be a thing, but I guess it is a thing, right? Cuz I it is a thing, right? Cuz I it's just it feels like it's everywhere. You know?
mhm.
Maybe you don't know. Maybe maybe it's just a thing that's sort of uniquely a function of having a uterus and being aware that there is a time limit on
Yeah.
things that uterus is designed to do, and being sort of intently aware that right now I'm with a person who I can see myself having a kid with, and who I'd want to raise a kid with, and just being aware that I don't want to lose that opportunity.
It's so funny you say that about me, that I'm somebody you'd want to have a kid with. I mean, yes, obviously that's why we got married, but uh I don't see me as somebody who should possibly have a kid. I I mean, you know this stuff with my family. You know how my dad was. He was he was gruff, and he was he was strong with us. He was very, very rough with us. And I catch myself sometimes like having a temper about things that I really shouldn't have a temper about. And my God, when I do it, it sounds just like him. And I just worry. I just worry that I'm going to be him. I mean, I know a lot of people have that worry that they're going to be their parents, but my dad was awful, you know?
But Sean, the fact that you're recognizing it and the fact that you recognize how that made you feel, like surely that means that you're not going to be like that, right? Like because you can recognize that and you want to do better.
And see, it's this weird catch 22 because yeah, I do recognize it and I do want to do better and I do want to try. But then am I spending all of my time worrying that I'm not doing it right, or worrying that I'm doing too much, or worrying that I'm going overboard with the kid, you know, like, or with you even, and how we interact with the kid. Like, I just feel like I'm such a nervous person, you know, and uh, I also don't want to pass that along necessarily.
So hang on, because I guess what I'm hearing is so it started to me like you saying you weren't ready right now, and that I get at all. If you've changed your mind, or if it's just like all of a sudden it's real and now the idea of a kid is not abstract and you're just like, oh, maybe this isn't something I want. And in which, if that's the case, like it's okay, but I need to know because I need to be able to make that decision.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to lose you over this, it's not even a question. Of course, we'll have kids, but I mean, if it, I don't think I want them right now. But you've sacrificed so much, you know, to be with me over the years that I can't really. I mean, I feel like I owe you one, but it's such a big one, you know.
It can't be like that. This we can't do this because you feel like you owe me one. We have to do this because you want it.
I know.
We have to both want this for this to work.
And I guess what I have to do is I have to kind of somehow find that thing that I had, you know. I remember where we talked about it. It was 5 years ago. We were we were at the ball game. We were watching. I mean, we were watching a baseball game, and we were talking about stuff. And then this just came up, kids. You know, like right out of nowhere. It's like seventh inning stretch, and we're there still talking about kids. We didn't even stand up. We got into such a discussion about it, and uh, you know, after it was a great night, and it was a great talk, and it was a great, and we've worked, you know, through the years to get to that point. And here it is in my face, and I'm scared shitless.
I get that. I do. I'm scared too. There's parts of me that just are freaked out about like what it'll do to my body and what it'll do to my life and but there's I don't know, there's just part of me that thinks that if I don't try, then I'm going to regret not trying.
And don't get me wrong, I think you're going to be an amazing mother. I, I, I want any child of mine to have a part of you in them. It's me. It's just me, and that's so selfish and it's so shitty. And I don't know. Can we? I don't know. Just look at that moon, right?
It's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
I wish you could see yourself the way I see you. See yourself the way I see you. I wish that you could see yourself the way I think you see that moon. I wish you could see yourself the way I think you see me. I wish you could see yourself the way I see you, because I know that you'd be such a great dad. And I know that all of this anxiety and stuff, that's one of the things that would make you amazing,
But see,
is because you're always thinking about it.
yeah, I know. And then what, okay, but what if I'm terrible at it? Like, let's do this hypothetical, okay? Let's say I'm making mistake after mistake and you're doing great. You're killing it with the kid. Kid is like loving you, behaves for you, does everything you want. But then I get the kid for a little bit and it's just disaster city. Like everything's all over the place, like the kid isn't changed. And then you have to come in and clean that up. I don't want to be that kind of husband. I don't want to be that kind of dad, but I'm so worried that I'll slip right into it.
You're not going to be that kind of husband. You're not going to be that kind of dad, because we're not going to be those kind of parents where, like, I mean, obviously there'll be times when one of us has kids and the other has the kid and the other has the kid, but like,
I,
like
I don't
it's
know.
not going to be shift work and
I
stuff
don't know
like.
that we're not going to become those parents, though. I no, I agree. It's not shift work, but it is a job.
Yeah,
But
it is.
look at Tim and Amanda. Look at them. They had all these grand ideas about what they were going to be when they were parents and all this. Like I remember Amanda specifically saying, "My child will never be in nothing but a diaper walking around the house. Like I will always have my child with clothes on." And we go over there for game night, and lo and behold, there's Logan right there in his diaper, walking around the whole night. Like
That was funny.
shit
And
changes.
she was so defensive about it too.
I know when I brought it up, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yes. We were probably kind of assholes for bringing it up, to be fair.
And see, what if we're assholes? What if we're really just the worst people and we don't realize it?
We
Because
kind of, well, I don't know.
I just, I are we in this bubble of assholeness that we don't realize and everybody else around us knows it?
I think it's the fact that maybe that's the fact that we recognize that it's a possibility that means that we recognize that it's a possibility that means we're probably not.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't hang out with us still if we were, right?
That's my theory. That's my theory. They don't have time for assholes anymore because they've got 2 kids. So
They've got their own asshole to feed.
they've got their own assholes now, the ones they made. So
Let's see. Oh, what if we raise an asshole?
what if we're terrible people?
I know you're not.
I know you're not.
Is that enough to go on, you think?
I think it's more than some people have to go on. I think it's more than your dad had to go on.
Is it weird that I want to talk to my mom?
I don't think so. I mean, she's probably the person closest to you, who had a kid. So
Yeah. Well,
in
also, I
terms
just
of,
want to talk to her about dad, and that
yeah,
about dad, and that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know how I feel about that. I think that's a good idea.
Okay,
I
let me talk to her. I know it sounds so stupid, me going to my mom.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Like, she's important to you. You should talk to her.
Yeah, I just need to figure out some things about him, and I'm a percentages person, right?
I mean, I knew what I was getting into when I married an actuary. But
Okay, so I'm right now, I'm 85.9% yes.
Wow.
I know.
How, like, what's the 0.1 that's keeping us off of 86?
Oh, you'd want to know. It's
Oh,
bad. That point
crap.
one, that point one may be only a decimal, but it has some heavy, heavy stuff behind it.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. I
Man.
mean, go to 86 if you go over that.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm wondering. Is it like the like what is it even in car insurance? Is that like you've had an at fault accident of 0.1s?
Yes. 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 That's it. That's
Okay.
exactly it.
Man.
Oh God,
Okay.
Marie.
85
Thank
point.
you.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me be this horrible dick. That
You're not a horrible dick. You're my horrible dick.
no, but like honestly, this conversation should have gone, I want to change my birth control. I say, go for it. Yay. And that's it. Instead of, I don't know if I'm ready for kids.
No, I think there's this fantasy people have of every conversation, everybody's exactly on the same page all the time, always. But like, people are on different timelines. And I'm just like, I like, let's be fair here. This is really the first time we're bringing it up seriously, other than like talking about it theoretically.
Right.
I, this has gone about as well as I could have expected.
I don't know how to take that, but I'll take it as a
I,
good thing.
I know, I know, I know you, Sean. And
No,
that's why I know that I want this for us.
okay. I just need to get a little more on board. And that's my stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Just know that I'm going to work on this. You don't have to do anything. I don't want you to worry.
Okay.
Women that are worrying can't get pregnant as easy, Huh.
We're not going to worry about that until you're good.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, shooting star.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it was great. It's good luck.
It is. Makes me think that if we ever have a girl, we need to name her a